Hey guys, it's Brooklyn Goddess K, and I am here with the Goddess Pickle reading. This is our Isis full moon message. I hope that this reading greets you at the perfect time. For those that are new to my page, welcome, and to those that are returning, what's up, Goddess family? Now, for those that are new and do not know, for my Goddess Pickle readings, I like to give each pile its own individual video. So, this will be a video for pile 1. Pile 1 is our lovely stone Labradorite. Our middle stone is Merlinite. And our final third pile stone is Rainbow Moonstone. Forewarning, I have my beautiful, lovely assistant Venus with me, so please excuse any noises that she makes during the reading. I will be putting all of my personal information in the description box below, as well as the information for my tip jar. So if you would like to exchange energy, please head over and allow me to know that this has been received. If this reading resonates, please comment below and let me know. I love engaging with you guys about how much readings resonate. And please, please, please like, share, and subscribe. So before I get into the reading, I will again allow you to look at each pile. I will state each stone, and then we will get into the reading. So forewarning again, this is a reading for pile 1. That is my Labradorite right here. So if by chance when you are watching the reading and it does not resonate, let it fly. If you feel like Labradorite still isn't your pile, again, these are the 3 piles. Just exit this video and look for the video for the next pile. So without further ado, let's get into this reading. For each stone, I will leave in the description below insight on more benefits of the stone and whatnot. While I was meditating on this pile as I pulled cards, you received the number 7. So many of you that chose this pile will be going through some form of spiritual transformation, which I thought was very beautiful to receive with the stone of Labradorite, because this is the stone of transformation. As you see, it's many hues. Right? It's a stone of transformation. It is a stone that activates that throat chakra. So you will be learning how to speak your truth more and more. You will be transforming how you communicate to yourself, how you communicate with others. The energy of this full moon will probably also open spiritual communication for you. So for you of those that for those of you that have chosen this pile, if you've been wanting to commune more with the spiritual realm, take this as further confirmation that you will be able to make those connections that you desire. Okay, so let's get into this reading. I will read each card that comes out. I will give an interpretation of the tarot cards that come in each pile, and then from the Isis Oracle deck that I'm using, I will read some of what the description is in the page and what I feel called to share with you guys. But a lot of this will be solely intuition and me stargazing. Well, not necessarily stargazing, but card gazing, channeling. Okay. So our first card is Temple of Lapis Lazuli, a goddess of the ancient skies. So again, we're seeing the blue imagery again. So further confirmation of that throat chakra. Lapis Lazuli is also a stone that helps with divination. So like I said, further confirmation, and that's probably why I said stargazing. Look at the star imagery on the card. It's further confirmation that you will be making those spiritual upgrades, furthering your spiritual connection. Our second oracle is Lady of the Stars, Priestess of Sirius. So again, more star references. I love when that happens, when the body just speaks before you know. So Sirius is our North Star. It's kind of, for those who don't know, it's believed that Sirius is like the point of Jesus, of Christ. So it's very timely, this reading, I will say. So again, more blue imagery, more throat chakra work. So if you've been dealing with mucus or congestion of anything, for some of you, there's a select few of you that have had a sore throat or just pain in that area, pain in that mid upper back region as well. That's the signals of a blocked throat chakra. But I feel a large portion of this group is not that the third chakra is blocked, it's that it's going through transformations. You're wanting to say things that you've never done before. You're singing more than usual. You're talking more than usual. A lot of you have probably have an overactive more than a blocked throat chakra, because this it's like you have to get your message out. You have to get your truth out. Okay. So our first tarot card is reverse 3 of Wands. But for my brain's sake, I'm going to put everything upright. Sometimes I read reversal, sometimes I don't. Our second card is the Ace of Cups. I'll save it. And the Tower. And the 7 of Wands. So, just straight off bat, because I'm getting a lot of information as I'm sitting here, many of you need to realize that how you're going about your creative pursuits, how you're going about pursuing love, your efforts need to change. Okay, how you go about doing so needs to change. You're very much, if something feels it's an uphill battle, you want to try to decide the pace at which something rolls down. Like I'm seeing like someone trying to move a boulder and it's up a hill and the boulder's like, you know, gravity pulls something down and you're like trying to make sure it doesn't roll down too fast. So that's definitely part of this full moon message. Is whenever I see the Tower in a reading, that's a sudden shock or epiphany that we cannot shake or change. Like ignorance cannot be bliss at this time. You will be shaken up. You will be alerted to new things, new efforts. Excuse me. Because your first card, our 3 of Wands, was in a sense reverse, that's another signal to me that your efforts are in the wrong direction. Okay. 3 of Wands is about collaboration, moving forward. Those passion projects that you're working on, it's taking it to the next step. That relationship that you're working on, that's taking it to the next step. And to have it reverse with the Ace of Cups or Ace of Chalices, with the Tower and the 7 of Wands, we're sandwiched in between 2 wands, is definitely just further confirmation that at this time, this full moon, what the moon is illuminating to you is for you to look at what dead end cycles you have participating in. Where haven't you been speaking your truth? That's where this third, excuse me, that's where the throat chakra is coming in again. And you probably are also clouded intuition, because I wanted to say third eye. Also, all of these tarot cards have a strong, heavily blue influence. So I would also suggest, again, increasing, blue in your diet, working on that throat chakra. I'll definitely leave in the description below hertz you can listen to that will help with that. Maybe I'll even put some links for some foods you can eat to help with that, and just more blue in your diet and stuff like that. I meant to say wardrobe, more blue in your wardrobe and whatnot. Now I will say, some of you are engaging in projects that have to do with your hands. Like you make things from scratch, you build things, or you're very handy, very crafty, and it comes so easily to you that you don't think you can market or profit off of it, and you need to change your mindset in regards to that. You need to see the value in your efforts, the value in your talents. Okay. I actually want to pull a clarifier for you guys to just further just see what you're getting epiphanies about, because a lot of this is about you seeing what your creative talents are. Many of you know them, many of you don't, but it's seeing what your creative talents are and being able to push them forward. For a very select few of you, for some of you that are watching this, this is also about realizing where love has faded. Not in the sense that love is missing or gone from your life, but there may be like I was mentioning earlier, your efforts. You need to see where you're overextending your efforts, where your efforts are undervalued, so that you can go to a place where you are more rewarded for your quality of self, your quality of work, your quality of love. Yeah. See, that Tower gets confirmed with that King Cups. So again, another blue card, emphasis on that throat chakra. All of those things that you've been muddling, right? Muddling in emotions that you haven't been able to express, emotions that you haven't been able to unearth, things that you weren't even aware of. This full moon is going to bring to the surface for you. Okay, one second. I'm going to pull one more clarifier to see how you can move past the difficulties, because the Seven of Wands to me is always like my triumph card. It's like trying to figure it out, trying to balance it all. So when you are awakened to these emotions, when you are awakened to these new feelings, I want to give you some advice on how you can move forward. And then I'm just going to get in and read for the oracles. Yep. Okay, I'll take them. Again, I love reading shadow energy. You got the devil reversed, which means that you're releasing yourself from the constraints of your limitations, releasing yourself from the constraints of negative thought patterns, releasing yourself from the constraints of silencing yourself, from the constraints of feeling you are unheard. I just keep seeing someone just screaming, and that probably makes sense because even while I was trying to get ready to film your reading, I was fighting with Venus so much that I was sitting here screaming for like my message to get through. So also take this as confirmation that if you haven't been flexing that throat chakra, if you've been feeling like you've been screaming on the inside for your voice to get heard, you will be heard after this full moon. The days that are coming to follow, the space that you need to express your truth, the space that you need in order to be heard will be given to you, will be facilitated for you, will be available for you. And that further gets confirmed with these three cards, okay? You got the Seven of Cups, which is choices, trying to make sure we're picking with our heart, right? That we're going after things with our heart, more blue water energy. Then you have the Hermit, which is that inner reflection, that gestation time, that figuring out what really pulls and guides our soul, figuring out what really matters to us, with the reverse Seven of Swords, which means it's time to stop lying about what our heart really wants. You aren't moving forward with things in your life at this time because you aren't being honest about what exactly you want. You aren't being honest about where your heart is really lying at, okay? What you actually want to pursue, the job, the career that you really want to have, the relationships that you really want to have, the friendships that you really want to have, those things, those problems that you're having with your family and not feeling like they're understanding of your creative efforts. How can you put their opinions on the back burner and fully support yourself in what you want to do? This isn't the time to look at money or coins. This is the time to look at your heart space and how can you actually move your passion projects forward. How can you actually take the idea off the page and bring it to real life? Okay. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to read your Isis oracles. So our first one is Temple of Lapis Lazuli. This is a beautiful stone to like have in general. I mean, the cards are beautiful, but this is a stone that I highly recommend having on hand. It, like I mentioned before, it is a stone of divination. It is a stone of that third eye keeps popping up for me, but that throat chakra, that truth, that blue, the blue hues, it's also a stone of, excuse me, very much like what is that, aquarium. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. Aquarium. These are stones of royalty. Back then, lapis lazuli was painted. They used the stone, they created a powder and painted it on many royal things. It's a very big stone in Egyptian culture and Greek culture. Just do your research on lapis lazuli. You'll see that this stone is the truth. So, okay. Temple of Lapis Lazuli, goddess of the ancient skies. Your soul is very ancient, beloved, and does not only herald from the earth. It holds much special wisdom of stars, peoples from civilizations far and near, with unique high vibrational awareness that can help humanity transition from a civilization based in fear to a love-based culture. You are guided to come into deeper acceptance of your own inner knowing. See, the translation of this card is further exemplified with the Hermit, that confirmation of that my brain, of that Seven of Wands energy. Okay, like I said, for this group the number was 7. You got 2 7s here. You have 3 7s here. You have the reverse 7 of Swords, the 7 of Cups, and the 7 of Wands. So the only 7 that is missing is your 7 of Pentacles, which means that it's time to get that work in. That's what's missing. Like I said, that action, that actual bringing the ideas off of the paper into real life. Okay, I am not going to read all of it, but I will read this. It says, this oracle comes to you with an offering of guidance. Remember who you are within. Do not try to fit with external molds of how to be in this world, for you are here to help birth a new way that is more aligned with spiritual truth. You are guided to trust in your wisdom, to sit and contemplate any issue that you are questioning right now, and to trust in the voice of your heart. Guidance doesn't have to make logical sense, though often at a higher level you will perceive a higher divine logic in the guidance. It just needs to feel as though it makes your heart expand, and that will be a sign for you that it is your truth. I love when the oracles line up with the reading, with the tarot cards. Now, each card comes with an incantation, so I will read the incantation for you to further just give you that energy. So it says, I call on the temple of Lapis Lazuli. I call upon the beings of love unconditionally. I call forth the awakening of my own inner eye. I call forth my wisdoms from peoples of the sky. I call on the protection, peace, and wisdom within me. I now declare that I am here and free. Okay, let's do our next oracle, which is Lady of the Stars, Priestess of Sirius. Now, that really explains why I mentioned that stargazing earlier. Ugh. Why my brain went there. I love when that happens. Okay, so let's get into it. Priestess of the Stars, Lady of the Stars, Priestess of Sirius. Sirius is a celestial goddess, a star of high vibration. It brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity for divine service. Lady of the Stars is also an empowerment of all other oracles in this deck. She tells you to pay attention because something significant is taking place right now. Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of you will be going through spiritual elevation. 7 is always that number of spiritual transformation for me. Whenever I'm seeing 777s, whenever I'm thinking of the number 7, whenever I need that elevation, that clear consciousness to spirit in my life, I do things in 7. Think about, for those of you that follow Christianity, the world was created, right? God created the world in 7 days, right? And on the 7th day, he rested to bring full culmination for that transformation. Life was transformed once the world was created. Okay. One second. I want to see what from this I would like to read for you guys. Okay, I will read this part. It says, the oracle of the Lady of the Stars is also an empowerment. It enchants, amplifies, and strengthens any oracle that you draw immediately before or after it to further confirmation of our lapis lazuli, right? It is a call to pay special attention to the cards next to it, and you are guided that you will grow greatly through the lesson of learning specified in the oracle next to it. Make it a priority in your awareness at this time in order for deepest spiritual awakening to occur. You are also guided that when the Lady of Stars appears around any other oracle, there will be a blessing of divine grace in forms including, but not limited to, assistance, miracles, healing, and help in mastering the lessons of any oracle you pull immediately before or after the Lady of Star appears. If the card appears on her own, know that this is a special blessing for you soon to be revealed. And now I will read the incantation. And again, like I said earlier, please excuse my bubba. She's been going through it, and for those of you that have been going through it, please let those floodgates out. Cry it out, get it out, let yourself be heard. Because a lot of times it's not even that we're being ignored by the people around us. We are ignoring ourselves. We are not speaking our truths to ourselves. Now, let's check, I want to make sure I'm reading the right incantation. Okay, so here is the incantation. Relax, mamas. Sirius, beacon of unconditional love, the heart of the goddess shining above, your deepest peace and wisdom wild, I call you now as your beloved star child. Let me rise above forgetfulness and fear. Help my true nature be strong and clear, so that no matter what seems to be, I am anchored within divinity. Nothing distracts me from my true face, shining bright with endless peace and grace. Okay, well, I just want to say thank you, Part 1, for allowing me to read for you. Thank you for those that have tuned into this, even if you're one of those people that just like to watch piles and this isn't your pile. If this reading resonated or gave you any further confirmation, please allow me to know below. And like I said, all information that I feel that will be beneficial to you in conjunction with your reading, with your goddess pick a pile, I will leave in the description below. And like I always say, much love and abundance, and I will talk to you guys later.